The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, "There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright in anticipation of what is coming upon the world, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand. Beware that your hearts do not become drowsy from carousing and drunkenness and the anxieties of daily life, and that day catch you by surprise like a trap. For that day will assault everyone who lives on the face of the earth. Be vigilant at all times, and pray that you have the strength to escape the tribulations that are imminent and to stand before the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
They do not contradict each other, but rather they complement each other. I'm speaking, of course, about this Advent season that we begin today. Today is the first Sunday of Advent, the beginning of the new liturgical year. We have just finished a year of walking through the Gospel of Matthew and Mark, particularly Mark. Today we will start this new liturgical year walking through the Gospel of Luke in this liturgical year. And in this past year that ended last Sunday with the Feast of Christ the King, we begin a new year today, liturgically speaking. But there are two lenses to this Advent season, and they don't contradict each other, but rather they complement each other. One of the lenses we will be looking through for the next few weeks, and Advent only lasts 4 weeks, actually a little less than 4 weeks this year. One of those lenses is a secular lens, as the secular world sees these next 4 weeks. We are very busy getting ready to celebrate Christmas, December 25th, and we celebrate the birthday of our Lord Jesus Christ, when God himself became man here on earth in that stable in Bethlehem and was laid in that manger. We celebrate the anniversary of that every year on December 25th, and it's a grand celebration. And in the secular world, there's so much to do to get ready for that. We see people putting their lights in their houses already, and the yard decorations, and the trees are coming out of the attic, and we're busy with the Christmas shopping and actually planning for the actual Christmas day, where we're going to go, who we're going to be visiting, what we're going to eat, which is always really important. And we're making those plans to celebrate this great birthday of Jesus Christ, commemorating the day that God himself made his presence known here on earth. And that's the secular lens of Advent. There's much to do between now and December 25th. In the religious lens, the church in her wisdom gives us this season of Advent to prepare ourselves for his coming, but not the first coming, the second coming. If you heard the gospel today very well from the Gospel of Luke, it wasn't a really happy, joy-filled, Merry Christmas kind of reading. It was a reading that tells us there's going to be a second coming. Not at all like the first in Bethlehem with an infant in a stable and a manger, but a second coming, the end of the world. the end of our world, when we're going to stand before Jesus Christ and give an account for how well we have lived this life. And the church gives us this season of Advent religiously. The secular world is going to continue getting ready for Christmas on December 25th. The church is saying with this first Sunday of Advent, let us religiously get ourselves ready for the coming of Christ. But the second coming, the two aren't contradictory, they're complementary. We can use this season well to prepare ourselves what the gospel describes as the end of the world, what it's going to be like when this life ends for us, and what kind of an accounting will we give or be able to give? Are we going to use this season well? We offer so many things. The church gives us so many opportunities during Advent. We'll be having a penance service here during the season of Advent for us to be able to receive the sacrament of reconciliation. Next Sunday night here in this church begins a mission. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. A mission that tells us about things that perhaps we need to let go of so we can be closer to God. There's probably not one of us here who doesn't have some things we perhaps need to get rid of to become closer to God. That mission is here, right here in this church next Sunday. Every day we celebrate the Eucharist here and have Mass at St. Helen. Every Tuesday we have the exposition and adoration of the Blessed Sacrament from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. We offer times to receive the sacrament of reconciliation. We have given ourselves so many opportunities to come closer to the Lord and to His Blessed Mother with divine chaplets, with novenas, with the Rosary, with visits to the Blessed Sacrament. All these things are available to us to help prepare us in the religious season of Advent. The secular season is certainly pressing upon us, and we're going to get everything done that needs to be done before Christmas Day. What about in our religious life, in our personal journey to the Lord, as we're waiting for His second coming? Are we going to use this time well? The gospel today says, watch and wait. We don't wait idly. We wait while we're working. We're going to be hearing in the gospel in a couple of weeks, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Do not sit idly. Use this season well. So the church reminds us today, we begin this new year, this season of Advent, and the secular world will make sure we get ready for Christmas. And that's a good thing. The religious world challenges us to use all the tools and blessings we have to be ready for the second coming. So as we begin this season of Advent, there's no contradiction. They actually complement each other. But there's lots of work to do. The clock is ticking, and we're not sure how many ticks we have left.